The treasure they star in a TV show called The Curse of Oak Island, where they search the island hoping to discover the legendary wealth hidden for over 200 years. Despite all their hard work and countless searches, they haven't yet found the grand treasure they were looking for. But they did find small traces of gold in the water surrounding the island, which made them excited again. Could this mean that the treasure is real, or are they just chasing a legend? The island has a dark and spooky tale connected to it. Legend says that the treasure will not be found until 7 people lose their lives trying to uncover it. So far, 6 lives have been lost in the hunt, casting an eerie shadow over the search. Every time the brothers get closer, the legend looms over them like a storm cloud. Could the next step be their last? Over the years, the Lajanina brothers have found many strange things that make them believe something important is hidden on Oak Island. They've uncovered pieces of wood, tools, and coins from long ago, and even a U-shaped structure that makes them think of old secret groups like the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar were a group of Christian warriors from the Middle Ages who went on dangerous missions to protect sacred land. Some say they might have hidden their treasures on the island. Treasures that include not just gold, but also sacred relics like the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant. Could it be that the most powerful relics of ancient history are lying somewhere beneath Oak Island's surface? The brothers found an old cross made of lead which might have been connected to the Knights Templar. This cross, along with other discoveries like old coins and tools, only made the mystery even more exciting. It seemed that Oak Island wasn't just about treasure. It could also be holding objects of great historical and religious importance. Maybe the island wasn't just a hiding place for gold, but for something even bigger, something that could change how we see history itself. The team kept digging, searching every corner of the island. They used advanced technology to look deep into the ground and underwater, hoping to find clues. Each time they found a piece of gold or an ancient object, it pushed them to keep going. Then they found something even more thrilling: traces of gold in the island's waters. Could this mean that the treasure is close, or was it another trick of the island leading them deeper into its mysteries? As each season of exploration passed, the team grew more determined. They found a spot they called the baby blob, which seemed like it could be the place where the treasure was buried. This time they planned to dig deeper than ever before. But they had to be careful. The island's legend warned of danger, and they knew that 6 lives had already been lost. Would this dig be the one that finally uncovers the treasure, or would it bring them face to face with the island's deadly curse? Searching for Oak Island's treasure is not just about finding gold. It's also about uncovering history. Every time they find a new artifact, it's like finding another piece of a giant puzzle. Even small things like a stone shot help them understand more about the island's past. The search has become about more than just treasure. It's about discovering who came to the island all those years ago and what they left behind. What secrets do they hold, and why did they choose Oak Island to hide them? As the Lajanina brothers prepared for what could be their biggest discovery, yet they couldn't help but think of all the explorers who had come before them. Many had tried, but none had succeeded. Every step they took was filled with both hope and fear. Could they be the ones to finally solve the mystery, or would the treasure remain hidden, keeping its secrets for yet another generation? Every clue leads deeper into Oak Island's hidden past, urging the team onward through layers of history still untold. The famous lost tunnel of Oak Island. In the past, explorers searching Oak Island mysteriously lost track of a tunnel. This strange disappearance confused everyone who came after them. What had happened to the tunnel? Why couldn't anyone find it again? These questions drove many treasure hunters to the island for over 200 years, hoping to unlock its secrets. Today, scientists, geologists, and historians are working together, determined to dig even deeper into the island's mysteries. They focus on 2 new areas called boreholes 8.5 and 13.5, where they've detected something astonishing: a 10-foot empty space underground. This discovery gave the entire team a burst of excitement. What could be hiding in that empty space? Could it finally be the key to solving Oak Island's puzzle? As they drilled down, something surprising happened. A very old cross appeared buried deep within the earth. The sight of the ancient cross filled everyone with hope and excitement. Could this cross be a sign that they were close to something important? Some believe that hidden beneath the surface were old wooden tunnels, possibly linked to a legendary place on the island called the Garden Shaft. Rumors said the Garden Shaft could hold more than just dirt and rocks. It could contain the long-lost treasure itself. With this new belief, the team made sure to dig carefully. They didn't want to disturb the ground too much, especially since they knew there could be hidden spaces or tunnels underneath. The more they dug, the more they hoped to find these mysterious tunnels that had been talked about for centuries. But as they dug deeper, frustration grew. Despite all their careful efforts, the wooden tunnels remained out of reach. They began to wonder, were they digging in the right place? Had the infamous money pit, where the treasure was said to be hidden, moved? Over the years, people had been looking for this treasure for over 225 years, but no one had ever found it. Just when it seemed like the search might fail, something interesting happened. Air bubbles appeared in the soil as they drilled. These bubbles were a big deal. They could be a sign that there were empty spaces underground, possibly even the tunnels they had been looking for. This lifted everyone's spirits. Maybe they were closer to the treasure than they thought. The air bubbles brought hope, suggesting that there might be man-made tunnels hidden below the surface. Could these tunnels finally lead to the legendary treasure of Oak Island? The team couldn't help but feel excited at the possibility. They quickly collected water samples from the area near the air bubbles. By analyzing the water, they hoped to find more clues about what might be hidden beneath the island. To help with the exploration, the team partnered with the Duma Mining Company, a group of experts who could help them dig safely and efficiently. As the mining company began to explore and stabilize the shafts, they discovered something even more intriguing. Water was rushing into the shafts from the land side. This could be a hint that they were getting close to the flood tunnels that many people believed were built to protect the treasure. The team's new plan was both clever and bold. They decided to reinforce the shafts with concrete. This would stop the water from flooding in and make it safer to dig deeper. They knew that it might take months for the renovations to be completed, but they were willing to wait. After all, what if the treasure was just below their feet? They had come too far to give up now. As the team waited for the renovations to be finished, the excitement was almost too much to bear. What would they find once they were able to return to the dig sites? The Duma Mining Company reassured them that after the renovations they would be able to explore the shafts in the safest conditions possible. This was important because digging on Oak Island could be dangerous. The ground was unstable, and there was always the risk of collapsing tunnels. The idea that they might uncover a network of wooden tunnels, perhaps filled with ancient artifacts or even treasure, felt more real than ever. The Duma Mining Company even speculated that there could be hidden wooden structures within the tunnels. If this was true, the treasure might be closer than anyone had imagined. The team's hopes soared. Could they be the ones to finally solve the mystery that had baffled treasure hunters for centuries? The excitement among the Lajanina brothers and their team was contagious. Everyone was eager to dig deeper into the garden shaft and maybe, just maybe, find the original money pit. This pit was at the heart of Oak Island's mystery and legend. If they could locate it, they might finally find out if the stories of treasure were real. But it wasn't just about the treasure. The team knew that each artifact they uncovered could tell a bigger story. They weren't just digging for gold. They were digging into history. Who had come to Oak Island all those years ago, and what had they left behind? Some believe that the Knights Templar, a group of religious warriors from the Middle Ages, might have hidden their treasure on the island. If true, the treasure could include not just gold, but sacred relics like the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant. The team was determined to keep going no matter how tough things got. They knew that many explorers had tried and failed before them, but they believed they had what it took to succeed. Their journey was about more than just riches. It was about uncovering the secrets of Oak Island's secrets that had been buried for centuries. Whether it took years or even decades, the Lajanina brothers were ready to keep searching until they found the truth. As we delve deeper, do you think the Knights Templar could have left treasures on Oak Island? Share your thoughts, like, comment, and subscribe for more. The Oak Island treasure has finally been found. Gold was discovered at Smith's Cove, and it's more than anyone expected. Rick and Marty Lajanina were amazed when they saw traces of gold in the water, and it brought new excitement to their search. But things got even more surprising when they found an old handmade ladder going down into a dark water-filled tunnel. Who could have been there before them? Let us see what happens next, because what they find will change everything. The discovery of gold in the water wasn't just exciting. It sparked hope that there could be more hidden in Oak Island's depths. The search area widened, and the brothers started to believe that gold might even be found near the trees on the island. Their hearts raced as they felt they were closer than ever to solving the centuries-old mystery. But the next discovery would reveal something far more dangerous than just treasure. Then, as they explored further, the brothers came upon the old ladder leading into a dark tunnel beneath the water. Could this be a clue from treasure hunters long ago, or something more? Local legends whispered of a curse that had taken lives before, saying that one more person would need to die before the treasure could be uncovered. Despite these chilling stories, the team remained focused and refused to give up. But the real question was, would the curse strike again before they uncovered the truth? As the episode continued, Paul, one of the team members, could hardly contain his excitement about the next steps of the search. Marty, ever the leader, asked if the team was ready to bring in the drilling rig. The team gave an enthusiastic yes, and everyone prepared to face the challenges ahead. They were particularly interested in a spot identified by two experts, Dr. Spooner and Dr. Michelle, who had been testing the water. They pointed to a specific area west of the garden shaft that they called the blob, suggesting that the treasure could be hidden within. The experts narrowed the search to a smaller area they jokingly named the baby blob. With a map in hand, the team theorized that a tunnel at 95 feet below the ground might lead directly to the treasure. They were eager to start drilling with their sights set on the baby blob, hoping it would hold the key to the mystery. As the rig got ready to dig into borehole DN 11.5, everyone's excitement built up. Could they finally be on the verge of finding something beneath the island? Charles Barkhouse, Oak Island's historian, stepped forward to lead the drilling. While he worked, Marty prepared to inspect the garden shaft, which had recently made a lot of progress. The team had removed piles of dirt and water from the old shaft, reinforcing it with wood, and they were now more than halfway to their goal of reaching 80 feet. With every step, they grew closer to uncovering more clues about the island's hidden past. Marty's journey down into the garden shaft led to an incredible discovery. He found the old ladder, hand-carved and perfectly preserved. Marty couldn't believe his eyes. This was solid evidence that someone had been here before, possibly centuries ago, searching for the same treasure. The team wondered if the person who made the ladder might have also hidden the gold they were searching for. Could this simple ladder be the key to unlocking the centuries-old mystery of Oak Island? As the drilling continued at borehole DN 11.5, everyone's attention was on the drilling rig. The team had drilled down between 78 and 88 feet, inching closer to their target. Suddenly, a loud, grinding noise pierced the air. The drill operator stopped and measured the depth. To their surprise, they had broken through something. It was an open space about 1.5 foot wide. Terry, one of the geologists, anxiously waited for answers. Had they found a void, a tunnel, or something else? The drill operator confirmed they had hit an open space 90 feet below the surface, and the team quickly paused to figure out what to do next. Charles contacted the Lajanina brothers right away to inform them of the discovery. Rick, thrilled by the news, rushed to the site. What had they uncovered in this hidden space? Could it be the treasure they had spent years searching for? When Rick arrived at the site, the drill operator explained how they had broken through an obstruction and reached the mysterious void. The team started to speculate. Could this be part of a tunnel? The excitement grew as they realized that this discovery aligned perfectly with other boreholes they had drilled nearby. To find out what was inside the space, Marty decided to take a core sample. Everyone waited, holding their breath, as the sample was brought up. When it was opened, they found chunks of wood. Was this from an ancient treasure chest possibly hiding gold? Terry sent the wood sample for testing, and everyone hoped for more answers. Later, the team gathered at the Oak Island Interpretive Center to review the results with a metal archaeologist, Emma Culligan. Emma shared that the wood sample contained a surprising amount of gold, confirming that they were indeed on the right path. This discovery gave the entire team a new burst of hope. They were now more confident than ever that they were close to solving the Oak Island mystery. The drilling continued at the garden shaft, where the team hoped to find more clues. They planned to drill 12 more boreholes, hoping to find signs of human activity, such as tunnels or hidden artifacts. Meanwhile, Rick and another team member, Peter Ramke, explored Lot 26, where they discovered an old stone wall. This was no ordinary wall. It looked like something that could hold another piece of the puzzle. As the team continued their search, they also dug deeper into the history of the island. Fred Nolan, a surveyor who had worked on the island for decades, had made many important discoveries, including a massive cross-shaped formation called Nolan's Cross. Fred's son Tom joined the team, sharing his father's notes and findings. One of these discoveries was an old well that seemed out of place, filled with broken pottery. What could this well have been used for? Could it be hiding more secrets? Tom also shared sketches from his father's notebook showing a mysterious stone formation they called the quadrilateral. This structure didn't appear natural, and the team wondered if it was linked to the treasure. With every new clue, the mystery of Oak Island deepened. Encouraged by their findings, Rick and Marty pushed further into the island's mysteries, eager to uncover what lies beneath. In the year 1861, something strange happened on Oak Island. A place called the Money Pit, where many believed treasure was buried long ago, suddenly collapsed. All the wooden beams holding it up disappeared without a trace. Some people thought this was a sign that something big, maybe even treasure, was hidden there. Others believed it was the work of ancient religious warriors who might have come to this island hundreds of years ago. They could have buried their riches from their long, difficult quests to protect sacred places and fight in holy battles. For years, two brothers, Rick and Marty Lajanina, have been on a mission to find